of course, John Driffill. We are live at Southwest High School over the Eagles. It will be Southwest and the Broncos coming down from the Banning area. It's the Banning Broncos, Southwest on AM 1230 Kxo Centro, California. High school football is brought to you by Southwest Security at Southwest Coast, by CET, the Center for Employment Training, by the CB Stop in Camachico. Get ready for the Intercare throughout the valley. Osa Asa Global Auto Repair. Rosa's Lane. 50 Smart, Dogwood and Main, El Centro, Anthony Carne, by the Central Union High School District, by Stan Autobot, by the Restaurant, and Sports Bar, by UPS Store and Jersey Heights, by Roto Rooter of the Imperial Valley, and by the Scoops Factory at Imperial and Ocotillo on the way home after the game tonight. John will stop by the Scoops Factory, and I'll buy you an ice cream cone if you're good.
All right.
Carroll with me in the booth, John Driffill. We are about ready to bring you the action tonight. John, the Southwest Eagles, they've got to get over last week.
Yeah, that was a real beating they took at Hopeville. But, again, a very young squad. We mentioned that they have 18 kids that are not seniors that are starting. You have 22 starters going both ways. So they took their lumps, but it's also a chance to learn and grow. They have changed some assignments. They have some players now that were playing one position last week or playing a different position this week. But they're ready to go. This Banning team is one of the two teams that Southwest did beat last year. So this should be a very competitive game.
Well, Banning would like to get even after they had a very disappointing season, as did the Eagles last year. We'll bring you more information when we come back. High school football on AM 1230 Kxo El Centro. And we are bringing the action from Eagle View, home of the Eagles on the campus of Southwest High School in El Centro. And the Packers are meeting at the 50-yard line. The officials tonight, the referee, Ethan Deacons, and maybe an aide that you recall from Central High School football, John Robb, Roman Rubio, Randy Ross, and Gabriel Castro are making up the officiating crew tonight. John, what can you tell us about Banning?
Well, we know that last year, again, they were 1-9, but they started off last week with a 53-0 whopping on Notre Dame of Riverside. That's a school that had a very good football program for years and years. Central even played them back in the day when Gene Martin was still playing. And they were doing quite well up until about 6 years ago. And then when COVID hit, they just have not recovered, the students nor the athletes, since COVID. They've only won 2 games in the last 4 years, 4 plus last week. So they've been struggling, meaning Notre Dame of Riverside, but Banning put a whooping on them after losing to them last year. So right now, this Banning team comes in with a lot of confidence. They're not a particularly big squad. They have about 47 kids. They start about 8 seniors on both starting offense and defense. So they're a young team like the Eagles as well, but they have a lot of team speed. As we continue to look at this, as they now have done the coin toss, and the visiting Broncos did win the toss, but they have declined. So that means the Southwest Eagles will be receiving the kick, and it's always good to see the officials come out at 7 o'clock and not have a weather report in mind saying that we can't start because of the heat index. So that's a positive to get this game started already.
That has not been an issue so far, and it won't be an issue. And they've actually made some revisions. While you're talking officials, our best to Alan Phillips. Alan, an official, was banged up last week at the Palo Verde game, working as the umpire in that game. He got caught up in a scrum and was injured, and he is recuperating with the idea that there's only 2 games in the Valley tonight. He didn't really have to work anyway, so it all worked out. We're about set for the kickoff. Banning will do the kicking. The Eagles actually put 4 guys back in safety.
Just like last week, same as at Hopeville.
Waiting for the kickoff. Now they bring 1 guy up, and they have 3 staggered at 3 different levels.
And now they've got the proper 11 on the field, and here's the kick, a deep kick.
And a flag already. The ball fielded at the 5, out to the 15, to the 20, out to the 25, 30-yard line. And
we may have Southwest with 12 players on the field to start that. One of them stepped off. It looked like he, to me, got off in time, but perhaps there was some confusion out there and he didn't make it to the sideline. He was still standing on the field. As right now the ball is sitting squarely on the 30-yard line. We mentioned these Broncos are about the same size physically as the Eagles. They don't have a lot of 280-pounders on their team, but they do have a lot of team speed.
And the officials...
Yeah, there's the illegal substitution signed by the Eagles, so that'll move them back 5 yards. They'll have to start now, 1st and 15, from their own 20-yard line.
And again, that is...
Oh, that's a big one. I thought that was a 5-yarder, but they moved it back 15 all the way to the 15-yard line. But it will, at least, because it's not a 5-yard penalty, they'll start 1st and 10, not 1st and 25.
So they'll spot it on the 15. John Robb has set the ball down, straddling the 15.
And much
Eagles
like last,
come out.
Excuse me, Carroll, much like last week, Southwest starting with very poor field position here on this first drive.
Alex Garcia brings them out from the shotgun. 3 wide on the left side. Long snap count. Handoff right up the middle, and there's a hole, and it's good for about a 3-yard gain. There was a hole, and it quickly closed on Abe Moreno. Moreno got the bulk of the ball carrying last week, but there really wasn't a lot of ball carrying. They were putting the ball in the air because they were trailing.
Yes, and they also had a lot of 3-and-outs, a lot of punts last week. They do have a new kicker this week, Cesar Portugal, showed in practice that he can get the job done.
Again, Garcia brings them out. Wide right, wide left, slot right. Keep the ball is Garcia. Garcia gets out across the 20 to the 21-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd down, 3rd and 4.
So far, Southwest having success. They have good interior blocking, and both tackles in the first 2 carries have been made by people that are in the backfield of the Broncos on their defense. Broncos have a Philadelphia Eagle look, white and green, with green pants, green numbers.
And it is green, a bright green.
Which makes it easy to see their numbers.
Is that Tulane that wears those uniforms? From the pistol this time, Garcia. Now there's movement. Yeah, somebody forgot the snap count.
Well, one of the Broncos jumped up like he was going to blitz, and the guard pulled up to block him. Now, if the defensive player comes into the neutral zone, then that's going to be his infraction, but he did not. So that will put it back 5 yards, and now it's going to be 3rd and 9. And
Rolling to his right, looking downfield, got a man open. It's good for a pickup of about 6, and that's not going to be enough for a first down.
Joshua Barr on the catch, and he's still down on the field.
Shaken up a bit. He was hit by 3 Broncos. They'll spot the ball on the 21-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd and 4.
It'll be 4th. That was
4th
3rd down. The penalty, they haven't changed the yardage marker as.
There we go.
Went the wrong way. They went back to 2, but it's 4th down. First game of the year for the people on the sidelines as well.
4th and 4.
Back to kick is the aforementioned Cesar Portugal.
And the kicking game, always exciting. Long count. Snap back. Kick is away barely, and it's a decent kick. It'll bounce at the 45. Picked up back across the 50 at the 45 to the 50, and pushed out of bounds as the tackle by Leonardo Valenzuela.
And Carroll, already we see some positive improvement by the Southwest Eagles. As that kick, although he was rushed, he got it away. We saw some kicks last week that did not even make it past the yard to gain for the first down. He kicked that ball. It was a good kick, but the bounce went almost 40 yards. That will bring up first down now, as there is a penalty on the play, and that's the block in the back. So this is going to push Banning back across midfield. So they will start on their side of the field for their first possession.
So the Broncos will put it in play. Jacob Anzalua will bring them out.
Anzaldua was 8 for 11 last week for 150 yards, but he also is a rusher. He had 3 touchdowns. So we would expect to see him with a lot of the play action, running, reading whether or not it's going to be the keeper or the pass.
From the shotgun, Anzaluda, back to pass, fires downfield, got a man wide open, and it was a little bit short. Had the guy open, and went incomplete. The pass intended for Junior Donahue.
Anzaldua did have 2 players open, so he kind of threw it between them both. The snap was not good. There was some pressure applied by the Eagles, Ole and Underwood.
Bring up 2nd and 10.
Little equipment problem. They have to go and fix the shoulder pad sticking out of the wide receiver on the far side.
Anzaldua. Jacob. Snaps, fires. It's complete out of the flat. Breaks 1 tackle. Breaks a 2nd tackle. Crosses the midfield stripe down to the 48 in Eagle territory. The catch by Otis White. First down.
First down of the evening here. 2nd pass.
Back to pass again, fires and complete to White again. White's got a seam down the far sideline across the 30 to the 20 down to about the 17-yard line. Quick in the flat and let him fly, John.
Yes, that's what they want to do. They have these skilled players that are extremely quick, and they're right up on the line of scrimmage, ready to go again as that ball was taken all the way inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
1st and 10. And one of the Eagles jumped across.
We'll have to wait and see if he was enticed.
The play was not there because they were still moving the chains, but it's still a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, this is the chain gang's first game of the year as well, so they're getting some of the bugs worked out. Triple wideouts here on the right side, Carroll.
in a stack formation, rolling to the right, looking, fires underneath. It is complete to the 5, down to the 1 yard line. The pass completed to Jamari Garlington. Again, just those quick openers. Garlington had it, took it down to the 1 yard line. It'll be first and goal from the 1.
Let's see if Anderson takes this in or if the quarterback does.
And off. No, it's a
quarterback.
fake, and the quarterback, and that'll do it. Will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Manning.
Yeah.
Manning marches downfield rather smartly.
And I'll do a fake the handoff to Anderson, pulled it back, and had no contact until he was well into the end zone. So now we'll see the PAT and the quarterback, and Zaldua does the holding.
And Sabalos with the kick. The kick is up. The kick is good. We've got 7:46 to play in the first quarter, and it is Manning 7 and Southwest nothing.
Nope.
Eagles trailing 7-0 after the Manning Broncos rolled downfield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on the field. Okay. That's good.
Got that part straightened out. Okay, and now the Eagles are getting ready to receive the second kick. We didn't get a chance to mention much before the game, but the one problem that these Broncos will present to the Eagles is they have great team speed, especially on the outside, and that's what they try to do, get the ball to their speed runners and let them turn upfield. Onside kick.
It is covered by one of the up men for Southwest. Gutsy move. And the Eagles will start with some of the best field position they've had all year.
And Carroll, let's give props to Coach Pete Blemko and his coaching staff. The Manning Broncos pulled that last week, not once but twice. So the Eagles saw some game fields, so they were ready. All their players, nobody broke back. They all stood right on the 50-yard line. The ball took a nice hop, and they were able to recover it. Very good field position on their own 48.
First and 10, Eagles. Garcia takes the snap, hands off, up the middle, and there's nothing there for Abe Moreno. He'll lose about 2 yards.
Moreno was the featured back last week, and so he does get the start tonight. Last week he was inserted. They have moved last week's starter Underwood out as a receiver, as Moreno is a junior. Brings up 2nd and 12. Garcia, same spread formation, 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Moreno back as the lone back next to Garcia.
3-man front for the Broncos, but now they come with a couple of linebackers. Moreno takes the handoff again. He'll be just shy of the line of scrimmage. The 3-man front for the Broncos, but then they stack up 4 linebackers.
And one of the reasons they do that, Carroll, is you recognize they're just not real big on the defensive line. They've got one kid out there that weighs over 200 pounds, and all the rest are under 200, so they just put as many players at the point of attack as they possibly can.
It'll be 3rd and 14. Garcia with Moreno right next to him. Wide right, wide left, slot right, slot left. Snap back, looking deep, has time, fires deep, and it'll be picked off at the 30-yard line, bringing it back across the 40, hurdling one player, Marquise Stewart Vaughn. Stewart Vaughn playing center field, and the pass right into his arms. Turnover, and the Broncos will put it in play 1st and 10, spot it on their own 41-yard line.
Garcia did have time. They did a nice job of blocking, but at the same time, the Broncos pulled back and only rushed 3, so they had 8 players back there in the pass coverage.
Back to pass in the flat, complete, and across the midfield stripe, struggles, and they'll spot it right about a yard short of the first down. They will spot it right on the midfield stripe. The pass completed to Junior Donahue.
And just shy of the first down. Give him 9, puts the ball right at midfield. Alzandua is only a sophomore.
Pitch is on the fly and running down the sideline, pushing his way down to the 30-yard line in Eagle territory. And on the run, Otis White.
As you can see, these Banning Broncos try to get everybody involved, as right now goes off the field after that nice pickup of 21 yards.
Snap back, fires over the middle, and it's picked off. The Eagles pick it off at the 15, out to the 20, out of bounds at the 30-yard line, and there's laundry all over the field. Matt Mills. I'm sorry. The pickoff by Christian. Okay, let me find the right numbers here.
Okay, we got number 53. That would be...
No, number 8.
Oh, number 8. We do not have a number 8 on our roster, and we did not get that numbers changed. Some of the kids did change, so as of now, Carroll, we'll just have to go with that.
I pulled up last year's roster, so that didn't help much.
And no, they do not have a number 8, so when I get a chance, I will check. Yeah, the interception was by the Eagles, number 8.
That's last year's roster.
But
that explains a lot, doesn't it?
What we've got tonight. And they do not have a number 8. Last week, Andrew Flores was 10. Or excuse me, was 75, but he's back to number 10 now. So they have brought a couple. Oh, I'm sorry, they do have number 8, Carroll. Alejandro Serrano. He was just brought up to the varsity last night. So let's give Alejandro Serrano props. Playing cornerback.
Took a little bit of research, but what the heck? I pulled out the card catalog using the Dewey Decimal System and came up with the number. Handoff up the middle again. Abe Moreno, nothing again. He'll lose another yard. Nothing in the middle for the Eagles. And if you recall last week, John, not much of a running game.
They're kind of hard to run when they're running against a stacked defensive line. But let's give props to Alejandro Serrano, Carroll. 2 days ago, he's not even on the varsity football team. They tell him last night, they give him a uniform number 8. He comes out and gets the interception in the second series. So that's a good way to impress your coach and to get some more playing time.
I think so. It'll be 2nd and 10. Garcia checking the play. Snap back, looking into the flat, and overthrows Serrano. Not only is he getting to play, he's getting to play a lot, John.
He appears to be an athlete. The interception he made was a real nice grab. right there. Just couldn't bring the ball in. It was too far overhead. So that'll bring up 3rd and 10 now. The clock stops on the incompleted pass.
Okay, this is a Banning team that blew up Notre Dame of Riverside last week. You've got the Eagles here that the Vikings in Hopeville blew them up last week. They're playing fairly even, John.
Yes, we've had 2 turnovers, back-to-back interceptions by either side.
Long snap count. Drops back, straight back, then rolls to his right, looking for some running room, looking for somebody downfield, and almost picked off. Threw it into pretty good coverage downfield. The coverage provided by Marquis Stewart Vaughn.
Once again, the Broncos disguise their rush. They act like they're going to rush as many as 8 players, and then at the snap, they pulled 4 of them back. 4 players rushed, and then when Garcia broke contain, they did bring one of their up linebackers, and he put some pressure, made Garcia get rid of the football. Incomplete. So now we'll get our second punt from Cesar Portugal.
Standing back on his 5-yard line. Snap is low, it's bobbled, and he gets it away.
Ball was tipped.
The ball was tipped. The punter was knocked down, but the ball was tipped.
It was a bad snap. It didn't roll back. It bounced back, and Portugal did a nice job of short hopping it, but it did throw off his rhythm. So he was able to get the kick away. It was touched by the oncoming rusher. Still, though, it's all the way out to the 42-yard line.
And downing the ball for the Eagles was Alejandro Serrano. The Broncos out at spread formation, looking downfield. Got a man open and caught at the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. The catch by Jamari Garlington. Garlington with a 42-yard touchdown reception.
Yeah, that was a beautifully thrown ball. Just hit him right. If he didn't catch it, it was going to hit him right in the chest. And once he caught it, he was able to turn the Jets on and went into the end zone untouched. So, and
after attempt.
And Saldana sure did not seem shy after that previous pass being intercepted. Came right back and threw a nice ball for the touchdown.
Nathan Dinkins waiting for the sidelines. Snap back. Kick is up. Kick is good. We've got 3:19 to play in the first quarter. It is 14-0 as the Banning Broncos lead. And the Broncos set to kick off again.
Yeah, Vibara and Valenzuela are back deep. Also back there joining them, I believe, might be Serrano.
He's doing everything else. This time he kicks it high, and it's fielded. He's on his knee when he caught it, so he's down right there.
Yeah, did a nice job of catching the football, but he did plant his knee down. That was Valenzuela, Leonardo, the sophomore.
Valenzuela.
As we've said already last week and this week, a lot of sophomores and juniors on this Eagle football team. As right now, the Eagles will come out for, this will be in the first quarter. They are now ready to start their fourth possession.
So the play comes in from the sidelines.
And unfortunately, Carroll, him catching and putting the knee down, he did have a lane, so he was going to bring the ball out probably past the 30. Garcia with his one back, Moreno next to him, double wideouts each side.
Handoff, and that is not Moreno. That is Underwood. Underwood lowers the shoulder and picks up about 4 yards on the carry. Some positive yardage.
Yes, Underwood was the starter last week. And we mentioned how Moreno was their best runner last week, got the start. Now they give it to Underwood. He bounced it to the outside. As you mentioned, picked up positive yards. The ball now sits outside the 20 on the 21-yard line. That's a pick up of 4 yards for Underwood on his first carry of the. We have not seen Garcia pull the ball back and take off running himself yet. He did have one play that was called that he got 3 yards. So let's see if they're going to allow Garcia to perhaps do one of those read option plays.
It's Garcia with Underwood in the backfield with him.
And now we've got timeout on the field, as I believe we've got a delay of game.
But the Eagles take a lot of time. You know, we've seen some teams that, rush up to the line and, keep the ball moving. The Spartans will do that to you.
That's what the Broncos are doing tonight as well.
So move it back a couple of yards. It'll be second down and about 12. Again, it's Underwood with a handoff. He dips back looking for some running room, and then he is swarmed on and brought down as he brings it out to about the 16-yard line. And that'll be no gain.
I know we mentioned already that these Broncos are small, but they do have good team speed, and Underwood just wasn't able to turn the corner. They were able to actually outrun him to the corner and brought him down for no gain. That now brings up 3rd and 12 after the penalty.
Garcia brings him out again, taking a lot of time in the huddle.
You have a young team, you want to make sure you know the play, the call, and you want to get it right, so your assignments are all accurate.
Dropping back to pass, and it's picked off again. The pass intercepted, returned 4-6. He didn't get the number of the defender, John.
Yeah, we'll have to take a look here.
But he got 6.
I was expecting a flag to come out for taunting. His coach is talking to the young man right now on the field. So perhaps the officials decided, let's just let that one go and let the coach take care of it. Young man now is taking his helmet off, and he's getting a good dressing down by the coach. Because what he did was when he caught it, he just did the taunting motion. But let's give props to Earl Dunahu.
Kick is up. Kick is good. 1:14 to play in the first quarter. It's 21-0. It's high school football. We are live on AM 1230 KXO Centro, California. And the Banning Broncos looking to avenge a loss last year to these Eagles.
Last year's score was 24-12, so they've already put up 21 points here in the first quarter. So as we can see, we have 2 different football teams. Back now to receive the kick is Alejandro Serrano. He is back now to receive the kick along with Joshua Ibarra.
Diego Ceballos will do the kicking.
He is their punter, although they have not had to punt yet tonight.
Everybody's ready. The officials signal we're ready. Let's play. Another nice kick. Fielded back at the 5.
That's Serrano.
Serrano to the 10, the 15, cuts across and stays on his feet and is dropped at about the 23-yard line. Serrano made something out of nothing. He avoided a couple of tackles and brought it out to the 23-yard line.
Very positive addition to this Eagles squad here in 2024. We do have a flag down on the play, and it's a personal foul against the Broncos. So this is going to move the ball from just across the 20. It's going to put it almost all the way near the 40. I did not see the penalty, but it is marched off from the infraction, and they're going to stop walking all the way out at the 38-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10. Eagles on their own 38-yard line following the penalty. And I'm not exactly sure what it was.
Yeah, the signal was
personal
foul. But we don't know what the infraction actually was, the personal foul part. It's a big one, 15 yards. Garcia back out with his team, ready to go.
Eagles with Alex Garcia from the shotgun, drops straight back, has some time, fires deep downfield, and it is incomplete. And there is a flag back behind the play.
Yeah, let's see if they got a little bit late to Garcia, but at the same time, that could have been a hold. So let's let the referees figure it out.
The coverage downfield appeared to be pretty good, but the official was closer and in a better position than I.
It's going to be pass interference against the visiting Broncos. That will give Southwest their first down of the evening.
Get ready to indulge in authentic Mexican food and juicy steaks. Rosa's Plain Food is now open in El Centro and is serving up all your favorite dishes. Burritos, tacos, menudo, and don't forget their award-winning ceviche. Head to Rosa's Plain Food at the Valley Plaza in El Centro. Next to the Skechers store, Rosa's has been serving since 1988. Open every day except Monday. They offer dine-in, carry-out, and even catering. Rosa's Plain Food, where flavor takes flight. The CB stop located at the corner of
the Eagles with the jet sweep lost 9 yards, so they're back in their own territory. It'll be 2nd and 19. They get a break and then they lose it. That's the end of the first quarter. At the end of one quarter of play, our score is Banning 21 and the Southwest Eagles nothing. John Driffill will have some halftime stats coming up, and Gabe Lem, who's in the studios, will take a break with some of our sponsors right here.
McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell. Then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza. Or feed the office for your next party with party platters. Choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. Yes, McNeese Mart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street, El Centro.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Stan's Auto Body, a name you've heard of and a name you can trust. Bo and his team have been serving his customers at Stan's Auto Body for many years now. His mission to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services and working closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering you superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. So if the unfortunate happens to you or you need some dents fixed, don't hesitate and call Stan's Auto Body or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
1230 KXO. And rolling to his right, looking downfield, and in and out of the hands of the intended Eagle receiver. It'll go incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 19 as we are underway in the second quarter. John, for whatever reason, the first quarter seemed like it took forever, so I thought it was halftime.
Yeah, well, only because it did take a long time with all the touchdowns and the penalties. That was an interesting play, Carroll. I think the Eagles are going to come back to that later. They had Underwood blocking, but then he released, and he was actually open, but he juggled the ball, and it was bouncing around, and a chance to get intercepted, and it finally ended up on the ground.
It'll be 3rd and 19. Underwood is lined up next to Garcia. Olean Underwood. Dropping back to pass, dumping it off underneath, and it is Serrano, and he'll lose another 5 yards. Serrano is not a very big guy.
No, he has shown some good athleticism, obviously, on his interception and his kick return. But that time, the Banning Broncos really smelled that out. It was a screen pass, and they only rushed 2 players. So once it was completed to Serrano, he had a lot of Broncos around him and nowhere to go.
21-0. Banning leads the Southwest Eagles, just underway in the second quarter. Eagles 2 punt. Portugal, the punter. Just a 10-yard drop. High snap. He loses it, and he'll fall on it at the 22-yard line. Then he lost it, but it was covered by another Eagle. Not that it makes any difference. It'll be the Banning Broncos ball, 1st and 10, on the Eagle 18-yard line.
Well, unfortunately, Carroll, we mentioned how the previous snap bounced back. Portugal had a nice job of feeling like a shortstop, and so to overcompensate, the center really let one fly, and it went way over his head. Did a nice job to cover it because it is a live ball. It can be advanced. So he fell on it. That's going to give the Broncos a short field as they put the ball. It looks like it's on about the 18-yard line.
1st and 10, back to pass. Fire in the flat, completed the 10, stepping out of bounds at the 5. Nice little quick hitter, which is what they've been doing all evening. The Broncos dumped it off that time to Kamari Horseman.
They do spread the ball around, don't they, Carroll?
Seems to be going all over the place.
This hurry-up offense there, right back up on the line of scrimmage.
And Zaldua back to pass, looking into the corner of the end zone and overthrows. Could toss it away because there was double coverage in that corner of the end zone. Smart move by the sophomore. It'll be 2nd and goal.
The Broncos going deep into their playbook now. That was a double crossing pattern. You're supposed to hit the receiver in the corner of the end zone and did a nice job of throwing it away because the Eagles had that deep in.
Azalua takes it, hands it off. No, he doesn't. He fakes it and throws it into the end zone, complete for a touchdown. Jamari Garlington with the catch.
That was a heck of a catch, Carroll, because that ball was well thrown behind him. And he just reached out, grabbed it. It would have been intercepted because the trailing cornerback was right there. That was an excellent play by Garlington. Not only did he score 6 points for his team, but he saved his quarterback from an interception.
We'll have the point after attempt again. So far, they've been pretty good with that. He stepped back, place kick is blocked, and no good, goes out of the back of the end zone. With 10:09 to play in the first half, it is Banning 27, Southwest nothing.
Build your future at CET, the Center for Employment Training. CET has been serving farm workers since 1967. Grants are available so that farm workers and their children can attend at no cost. See if you qualify at cetweb.edu. Farm worker admissions. Enroll at any time. All programs can be completed in under a year. And job placement assistance and financial aid are available to those who qualify. Call 800-533-2519 or go to cetweb.edu. The future is in your hands.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my number one priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Hile in El Centro.
12:30 KXO. The Eagles the Broncos kick off, and Alejandro Serrano with another return. Gets a couple of yards, brings it out. They will spot it on the 24-yard line, and that is where the Eagles will put it in play. Imperial leads Vincent Memorial 12-6. We knew that was going to be a good game, John. It is Palm Desert 7, Centro nothing, Holtville 8, Mission Bay nothing.
Yeah, Palm Desert scores a little bit of a surprise after what Brawley did last week. Really put a big hurt on Palm Desert.
1st and 10, Eagles. Snap, fake it to the running back Moreno, keep it and turn it upfield after turning the corner. And Garcia picks up 5, make it 6 yards. I think that's about the longest run from scrimmage tonight, John.
Yes, and that was Garcia doing what we anticipated, Carroll. Faked it to Underwood up the middle and then read the defense collapsing and took off around the right side of the defense. Picked up a nice gain.
And an update, it is Central 7, Palm Desert 7. It is 2nd and 5. Garcia with Moreno next to him. Now there's...
We might have too much time again or a timeout. Yeah, to save that penalty.
Eagles take the timeout. 9:04 to play in the first half. Having 27. Southwest nothing.
Repair and towing service in Yuma. It's also Aza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Also Aza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
You've been waiting, and the wait's finally over.
Jersey Mike's Subs is now open at 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. You heard that right. The long-awaited opening of Jersey Mike's in El Centro is finally here. Delicious, top-quality hot and cold subs. That's Jersey Mike's Subs at 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
12:30 KXO. It is second and 5. The
Kennedy's Carne, with many types of delicious marinated chicken to choose from, and award-winning carne asada. Check out these specials: homestyle pork al pastor, only $2.99 a pound, and marinated carne asada burger patties, just $4.99 a pound, and pollo asada, buy one get 1 pound free, only Monday through Wednesday. Open in El Centro 8 to 8, in Yuma 9 to 7. We match our competitors' prices. K's Carne, 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro, and Kennedy's Carne, 380 East 16th Street in Yuma.
pass picked off Garcia again. And the Broncos carry it down to about the 8-yard line where they will put it in play first and goal, but there are flags all over the field. I have to wait and see what...
Yeah, the interception's going to stand, Carroll, but they're going to have to move this back because there's all kinds of holes and blocks in the back as the defense of the Broncos got a little excited.
I believe it was Marlon Patterson with the pick. So they'll march it back to the 23. Still Broncos ball. It'll be first and 10 from the Eagle 23. Zaldua from the shotgun. Snap back, rolling to his right, looking, fires underneath. It is complete at the 10 and pushed out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. And the pass completed to Austin White.
They do move the ball around, these Broncos. They get everybody involved.
First and goal from the 8 into the corner of the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown. Went up high, brought it down, and kept his feet in bounds. And the touchdown, well, we'll give credit to Junior Donahoe.
Two
So
plays.
Myers will try the point after.
To play after the third interception of the first half here.
Tap is back, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 8:09 to play in the first half. It is Manning 34, Southwest nothing.
Build your future at CET, the Center for Employment Training. CET has been serving farm workers since 1967. Grants are available so that farm workers and their children can attend at no cost. See if you qualify at cetweb.edu. Farm worker admissions. Enroll at any time. All programs can be completed in under a year. And job placement assistance and financial aid are available to those who qualify. Call 800-533-2519 or go to cetweb.edu. The future is in your hands.
It's game night, and you know what that means. Time for a winning treat. Everybody's a winner at Imperial Scoop Factory, located in El Centro at the corner of Imperial Avenue and Ocotillo Drive inside the Chevron. The coolest flavors, from cookies and cream, caramel with brownie. There's something for everyone, so after the game, gather the team and head on over to Imperial Scoop Factory. Open late so you can be sure to get your sweet treat. Imperial Scoop Factory, where every scoop is a sweet victory.
12:30 KXO. And the Broncos to kick off again. It's another onside kick, and this time Broncos cover the onside kick. One of the Eagles had it just squirt through his arms, and the Broncos cover it on the Eagle 45-yard line. As you said, John, that last week they did a number of onside kicks.
Right, they did 2 of them last week. Again, they won 53-0, and here with the 34-0 lead, they do their second onside kick. Southwest was not fooled. They had their players there. Everybody did what they were supposed to do. Just unfortunately, that oblong ball took a weird hop, and the up man for the Eagles wasn't able to contain it. And so now the Broncos will start inside Southwest territory. We have another timeout on the field.
Eagles take a timeout, so 6 to play in the first half. It is batting 34, Southwest nothing. It's high school football. We're live on AM from Kxo Centro. Imperial leads it 27. That's the second quarter score. I'll keep you up to date on the scores around the valley. And we told you Palm Desert and Central tied 7-7. A second quarter score. The Eagles took the timeout, tried to regroup a little bit, and the officials say, okay, let's play.
And much like Hopeville, these Banning Broncos only have a roster of 47 players. So it's not like they go 4 deep in each position. So all their starters are still out on the field.
Standing back is Andua, fires deep downfield, got a man open, makes a nice catch at the 15, goes to the ground on the catch. That was Tyler Poland. It'll be 1st and 10, Banning on the 13-yard line.
First time we've called Tyler's name tonight. As Anzaldua is having quite a first half.
Fires into the corner of the end zone, and man is wide open all alone and catches it for the score. And on the catch, Tyler Pullen. 2 nice catches, John. Had to go in the air to bring them both down, and he did.
And that catch, he actually had to worry about the sideline there of the end zone, keeping his foot inbound. So that was one of those highlight catches where he spread out, feet, toes on the ground, was able to bring it in. Excellent catch.
They didn't have to worry about coverage because there was no one near him. Tabalos would try the point after. Tap back, picks it up, puts it up, and there's a okay. I'm waiting to see. Did he?
We've got a penalty flag down.
Okay.
So that will have to be determined. If the kick's good, then obviously the team, if it's against the Eagles, the Broncos can decide to decline that or take it on the kickoff.
Personal foul.
Running into the kicker.
Running into the kicker. And apparently the kick was not good.
Well, if it wasn't good, they'd go ahead and re-kick it. So I think is what they're doing, Carroll, is the kick was good, and they're going to enforce the penalty on the kickoff because you're not going to enforce the penalty to take the point away from you. And they're certainly not going to allow the play to stand as a PAT that does not count. So if they haven't put it up on the board, I just believe they haven't quite gotten the message that it is. The kick itself was good.
It is on the scoreboard 40-0, but what we have, John, is 41-0.
Let's see if Southwest has more players up on their, what now will be their 35-yard line, perhaps for another onside kick, and they do not. They still have a complement of 6 players.
And the kick, it's a driving kick into the end zone for a touchback. The Marlows can do either one. The Eagles will put it in play 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. Coming up, the Eagles trying to get something going. Already 3 picks in the first half. That has not helped them.
And we will have all the stats at halftime. I also believe the athletic director, Ruben Valenzuela, will be up here as a guest, will he not?
Ruben will be here.
Always good to hear Ruben and see what he has to say about the start of this school year. The stats are going to be absolutely awe-inspiring for this young man, Jacob Anzaldua, the sophomore. They've only run twice, 2 plays from scrimmage runs. Everything else has been a pass.
That's the West Coast offense, John. 1st and 10, Eagles. They show a full house backfield. Here comes a blitz, and Underwood into the middle of the scrum. He never goes down, but he is stopped. A loss of a yard. It's the first time we've seen a full house backfield for the Eagles.
And let's give these Broncos credit. As soon as the defensive players saw that, they just totally refused to think a pass, and they actually had 10 players right up on the line of scrimmage. So now let's see if Southwest can counter that same formation and then do some kind of play action off of that.
2nd and 11. Eagles come out trying to get something going. Valenzuela wide on the left side, but the handoff goes up the middle and picking up some decent yardage.
I believe that's Moreno, but we'll have to double check, make sure once he gets up. There looks like Southwest is actually in a veer, as that was Joshua Ibarra on the carry, his 2nd carry of the night. Picked up 5 yards.
It'll be 3rd and 6. Well, when you're picked 3 times in the first half, maybe you delay the passing game and try and run.
Right, they're in the veer formation again.
Here come the Broncos, back to pass as Garcia gets it away. It is completed to Valenzuela, and he'll go down at about the 25-yard line, so he'll lose a yard. It'll still be 4th and 6. Clock continues to run. He did not go out of bounds. We've got a little bit more than 5 minutes to play in the first half. It is 40-0. Banning leads. Garcia brings them out.
Yeah, although this is 4th down, it appears that they are going for it, Carroll. Now they've got the kicker out of the field. Portugal in his first game wasn't quite sure, and now also his first game, Serrano comes out on the cover team, and he will actually be the center. Serrano will be.
Well,
and now I believe we're going to have timeout by the Eagles.
Eagles take the timeout. Eagles take the timeout. 4:40 to play in the first half. Adding 40, and the Eagles nothing. It's high school football. We are on AM 1230 KXO. And the Eagles trailing. Coming up at half, as John mentioned, that we'll have the numbers for you. We also anticipate Ruben Valenzuela will be here. And we will update the numbers. We'll update scores. That should be the Eagles' final timeout, John.
Yes, they've already burned their 3 timeouts. Serrano taking over the long snapping duties as the previous snaps were not good.
Good snap. Nice kick. It'll bounce at the 45. Picked up on the run and bulldogged down. Nice tackle. And guess what? Serrano won the tackle.
Right. He snapped the football and took off running and brought down the would-be returner, Horseman. Horseman is a freshman, Carroll.
Do we know what year Serrano is? He's
I
either
do
a
not.
freshman or a sophomore.
Do not know.
It's Banning's ball, 1st and 10.
I
Their own
formation for the first
43-yard
time,
line.
Carroll.
And the Eagles jump off.
First time we've seen the Broncos in the I formation. So let's see if they decide that just running the ball twice from scrimmage in the first half, something they want to correct, fix by halftime.
Okay, it is Anzadua. He'll take it from the pistol. Otis White is behind him. Otis White gets the hand up. Otis White, nothing inside, cuts it outside, turns it upfield, across the 50, the 45, the 40, stays on his feet, goes out of bounds at the 30. Otis White, a senior.
White getting some time carrying the football as he actually broke 2 or 3 tackles right there at the line of scrimmage. Picks up another first down.
Pitch back on the sweep, and it is to the 15, the 10, touchdown. And I believe that again was Otis White.
Go ahead and reward him for running the ball down there.
The Broncos pretty much able to do what they want. I think they worked the kinks out of their passing game, so we very well may see a lot of time on the ground. We'll have Savalos with the point after. Tap back, kick is good. And with 3:59 to play in the first half, it is Banning 47, Southwest nothing.
InnerCare is your one-stop shop for your family's healthcare needs. From primary care to pediatrics, dental, optometry, radiology, pharmaceutical, and laboratory services. Open on weekends and welcoming walk-ins. InnerCare is here to provide you the excellent care you deserve. To find an InnerCare health center near you, visit innercare.org. InnerCare, making life healthy from the inside out.
When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family, they've been doing it right for many years. You're never disappointed on the service that you get, and the smiling faces who serve you and food that's delivered to your table, they'll make you feel right at home. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, they do it right. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by at La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro. Open Wednesday through Monday.
Deep kick, fielded out at the 5, out to the 10, 15, 20, and out to about the 24-yard line. The Eagles will put it in play. The Banning kicking game has been good.
Yeah, except for the one missed extra point and then the one that was blocked. They've been stellar. Their kicker has kicked 2 nice onside kicks, one they recovered.
And I should point out the snaps have all been fielded on a hop.
to the holder, Anzalua.
who is also the quarterback.
Right. A sophomore.
And the reason they put him back there is in case they want to go ahead and do some kind of a fake kick. He's obviously their best offensive player. Plus, if it is a bad snap, he might be able to turn something out of nothing.
1st and 10, Eagles from their own 23-yard line.
Veer formation once again.
Snap back, hand off, looking for some running room outside. There's nothing there for Moreno. He is hit and dropped. He'll lose a couple of yards. He'll lose 3, bring up 2nd and 13. The Eagles just not able to get either running or passing underway at this point, John.
Yes, and the Broncos, after getting 3 interceptions, they realized with a veer formation, it's not conduent to passing. So they're stacking the line of scrimmage. That time they had 8 players up on the line of scrimmage.
It is 2nd and 13.
This play, Carroll, they have 10 on the line of scrimmage.
And there's a flag coming from behind the Broncos. It will go against the Eagles.
Somebody moved once again.
Coming up on the half, we're under 2 minutes to play. No 2-minute warning in high school. Okay? It'll be 2nd and 19. Garcia back to pass. Winds up, fires deep downfield, and it is caught in triple coverage. The catch made, and I believe that was Joshua Ibarra, John.
Yes, Ibarra with the catch. In all honesty, Carroll, is what happened is the 2 defensive players were fighting each other for the football, and as they were banging into each other, Ibarra let it nestle right into his arm for a big gain across the 40. They're going to put it all the way out to the 41-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10.
24-yard pickup, the biggest of the evening.
Eagles come out. Show the veer again. Now they shift out of it. Wide right, wide left, flanker right, flanker left. Garcia, here comes the rush. Garcia back to pass, rolling to his right, looking, and he throws it away. Nice move. The Eagles are now faced with a 3rd down and 19.
The Southwest Band preparing themselves to entertain at halftime, coming up shortly.
Did I say 3rd and 19? I should have said 2nd and 11 is what they show. This will probably be the last play of the first half. From the veer, here they come, and handoff is to Moreno. He is hit immediately by the Broncos, and that's it. That's the end of the first half of play. At the end of the first half of football, it is Banning 47 and Southwest nothing.
Hi, I'm Dr. David Farkas, Superintendent of Central Union High School District. Academic success starts with being present. Every day counts when it comes to a student's education. Don't let absences hold them back. Let's strive for success. Be present, be punctual, and be prepared for a bright future. Every day at school is a step closer to your child achieving their dreams. Attendance matters. Let's make every day count.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 57 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
Call Roto-Rooter, that's the name, and away goes troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter, Roto-Rooter, Roto-Rooter.
Build your future at CET, the Center for Employment Training. CET has been serving farm workers since 1967. Grants are available so that farm workers and their children can attend at no cost. See if you qualify at cetweb.edu. Farm worker admissions. Enroll at any time. All programs can be completed in under a year. And job placement assistance and financial aid are available to those who qualify. Call 800-533-2519 or go to cetweb.edu. The future is in your hands.
Stan's Auto Body, a name you've heard of and a name you can trust. Bo and his team have been serving his customers at Stan's Auto Body for many years now. His mission to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services and working closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering you superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. So if the unfortunate happens to you or you need some dents fixed, don't hesitate and call Stan's Auto Body or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
We're at the half. It is high school football on AM 1230 KXO, El Centro, California, and on the World Wide Web at kxoradio.com and also on our YouTube channel. And with us at halftime here is the Southwest High School Athletic Director, Ruben Valenzuela. And Ruben, so many things going on. You know, school just got underway. You're what, 3 weeks into...
3 weeks into the school year, Carroll, yep.
And all sorts of things going on. Of course, football, but there's flag football, too.
There's flag football, too, and that's, just gotten off to a great start as well. We hosted our very, very first girls flag football tournament here in Imperial Valley. We had 3 Upper Desert schools come on down, Lakeitha, Indio, and Shadow Hill, along with some Valley teams, and the kids just loved it. Our drumline came out to support the girls when we were playing here early last week, and it was a blast. And the girls are having so much fun playing the game of football.
And it is so much fun to watch it. We broadcast one of the games last year. We probably will do another 1 or 2 this year. It's quick.
It is. It is very quick, yeah.
It's exciting. The ladies are very talented.
They are, and they work hard. They work extremely hard. You know, to see our coach out here, Coach Cordias, and his assistant coach Duenas, they do a fabulous job. We finally found a permanent head JV coach in Coach Cruz, so we're excited in the direction that our girls flag football program is in.
And this is only the second year.
Correct. It's only the second year.
And it's growing everywhere.
Everywhere. Well, like I said, now the Upper Desert schools have teams. I was talking to the athletic director from Banning, Brandon Mason, and he said that they started flag football up at Banning High School as well. So it's growing. It is really growing, and those teams were excited to be able to get some games early in their season.
What other games are going on? What other teams have you got?
Well, our volleyball team is off to a great start. The defending CIF champions. They are 4-1 right now, getting ready for another non-league match, and then their first tournament up in San Diego next weekend up at Del Lago in Escondido. Our cross-country team is heading across the state line over to Yuma to run in an invite this weekend over there that Cibola puts on. Our golf team, due to weather with this new wet bulb thing, so they've been playing in San Diego or up in Rancho Mirage, and they are having a ball, and they're getting off to a great start as well. And tennis, we've had them playing over the hill too because of the heat. We did have one home match. We had to start that one at 6 p.m. due to the heat indexing that we've got to follow now. And but our fall sports are all up and running.
Okay, that it amazes me. I went to a small school.
Okay,
220 in the school, good all boys Catholic high school, and Okay, we played football, basketball, baseball, and some of us ran track.
Okay.
I mean, that was it.
That was it.
Tennis.
Okay.
But, you've got something for everybody, even competitive cheer.
Yes. Yeah, and that's going to be starting in December. In fact, this year we are actually going to have an Imperial Valley cheer showcase that's going to be hosted by Centro. And that is to give these competition teams an opportunity to perform their routine that they're going to use in competition with actual judges and get some good constructive feedback in preparation for the CIF competitions that are coming up in December and January. So, yep, they're cheers at it as well and hitting it hard. They're in that multi-purpose room every single day if they could be and working just as hard.
Okay. How about the other things that are going on around campus? You got students and
tons of students, a lot of new ones. We've got new kids in our cadet program that we started last year.
The Sergeant Major brought that up.
The Sergeant Major Derma, he brought that up. He brought it in, and we're running with it. And we've got now second-year cadets and this year first-year cadets. So, and as you can see, they did a great job. We've got a great color guard. That we're out here at the beginning of the game. So that's taken off. Culinary as usual, our health occupations program. Savapa Dance is already at it. Savapa Theater's getting started. So FFA, so many different things on our campus. It's not even funny. And that's one of the things I like about being at Southwest Carroll is because we have something for everybody.
Pretty much,
we have something for everybody. So it doesn't matter what you want to cook.
Do you have a Latin club?
Latin, as far as Latin dance, yes, we do.
Okay.
Yes, we do. So we have, and that's the thing. We didn't even talk about the clubs, and that's one of them. That's one of them. But like I said, we have got something for everybody. You come to Southwest, you've got so many different choices. Be involved in so many different activities. It's not even funny.
And I know your principal,
yes,
the Sergeant Major,
yes,
brings a lot of charisma, and I told him last year, if I were one of his students, his bike would have been up the flagpole.
You just gave me a good idea. He's Mr. Derma. I've known him for a long, long time. What a lot of people don't know is that his wife and my wife were best friends. They were each other's maid of honors in each other's weddings. Comadres. They grew up together in Brawley, my wife and Joe's wife. And so, I've known him for a long time. Way back before when I first started working here, he says, hey, when can I get you to come to Calipat? I don't think so. I live too close. What am I going to drive to Calipat for? When I live so close to where I work. Maybe someday you'll come over and work with us. And look what happened.
Came over from the dark side.
Came over. And, he's a straight shooter. He's very supportive of all of the activities that go on campus. And that's the thing that I see is that he's here to serve our kids too. And that's the one thing is that he's going to make sure that our kids have a great high school experience on top of getting a great education.
That's what it's all about, Ruben.
Absolutely.
We appreciate the visit. And
anytime, Carol. Thank you so much.
Catching up on everything that's going on this campus. And I know you're going through a lot of, hard to believe this is 25 plus years old now. It's still the new school.
Yeah, we're still the new school around, right? And so we're up, I want to say close to 27, 28 because this is year 30 for me in the business and year 27 at Southwest. And it was open before I got here. So we're up there. We're close to 30. Yep.
So there's a lot of upgrading and refurbishing, and that is ongoing as well.
That's the thing. Yeah, I mean, you should say if you checked out that east lot, you saw all of those old air conditioning units. Yeah, they replaced a lot of AC units. So now the wear and tear is starting to show, and this summer they did a lot of hard work to try to upgrade some of those things and get them back up to par.
Okay, Ruben, we appreciate the visit.
Thank you.
And good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much, Carol. It was a pleasure, my friend. Anytime.
Okay. At the half, our score, it is Banning 47 and Southwest nothing. We'll be right back after this.
McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell. Then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza. Or feed the office for your next party with party platters. Choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. Yes, McNeese Mart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street, El Centro.
You've been waiting, and the wait is finally over.
Jersey Mike's Subs is now open at 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. You heard that right. The long-awaited opening of Jersey Mike's in El Centro is finally here. Delicious, top-quality hot and cold subs. That's Jersey Mike's Subs at 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's Oso Aza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Oso Aza Mobile Auto and Towing Service. 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here at Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my number one priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
We're at the half, high school football on AM 1230, Kxo El Centro, California. John Driffill, you've got some numbers. What do you got?
Well, they show pretty much what the scoreboard shows. Banning Broncos coming down from Banning of Beaumont. They lead at the half 47-0. They only ran the ball 4 times from scrimmage, but they did it well. When they did run it from scrimmage, they picked up 73 yards. And tonight is the night of the sophomore Jacob Ansaldua. He is 10 for 15 for 182 yards. He does have 1 interception, and that was by the Eagles' Alejandro Serrano. But that 182 yards passing, 73 rushing, gives the Broncos 255 total yards. They did pick up 11 first downs. They did not fumble. The only turnover was that 1 interception we mentioned. We'll be back to take a look at what the Eagles have done after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. David Farkas, Superintendent of Central Union High School District. Academic success starts with being present. Every day counts when it comes to a student's education. Don't let absences hold them back. Let's strive for success. Be present, be punctual, and be prepared for a bright future. Every day at school is a step closer to your child achieving their dreams. Attendance matters. Let's make every day count.
When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family, they've been doing it right for many years. You're never disappointed on the service that you get, and the smiling faces who serve you and food that's delivered to your table, they'll make you feel right at home. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, they do it right. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by at La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro, open Wednesday through Monday.
InnerCare is your one-stop shop for your family's healthcare needs. From primary care to pediatrics, dental, optometry, radiology, pharmaceutical, and laboratory services. Open on weekends and welcoming walk-ins. InnerCare is here to provide you the excellent care you deserve. To find an InnerCare Health Center near you, visit innercare.org. InnerCare, making life healthy from the inside out.
We're back at Eagles Field. We're at the half. The Eagles are trailing 47-0 to the visiting Broncos of Banning High. Southwest ran the ball 11 times from scrimmage, but because of that one bad snap on the punt attempt, which does have to be credited as negative rushing yards, they ended up with negative 4 yards. In the first half, the quarterback Alex Garcia was 4 for 12 for 25 yards, giving Southwest a total of 21 positive yards. But they did have the 3 interceptions among those 12 pass attempts, and the Eagles did pick up 2 first downs. Individually, Garcia ran the ball once for 3 yards, getting 6 carries, but being tackled behind the line of scrimmage 4 times for -8 yards was A. Moreno, the junior. Joshua Ibarra had 2 carries, both times tackled behind the line of scrimmage for -3 yards. And Olean Underwood had 2 carries for a positive 4 yards. Receiving the football tonight was spread out among 3 receivers for the 4 catches. Leonardo Valenzuela had one catch for 1 positive yard. The inserted Alejandro Serrano had 1 catch, but it was behind the line of scrimmage for -5 yards. And the most positive yards gained in the first half was by the junior Joshua Ibarra. He had 2 receptions for 29 total yards. We'll be back with more after this.
Build your future at CET, the Center for Employment Training. CET has been serving farm workers since 1967. Grants are available so that farm workers and their children can attend at no cost. See if you qualify at cetweb.edu. Farm worker admissions. Enroll at any time. All programs can be completed in under a year. And job placement assistance and financial aid are available to those who qualify. Call 800-533-2519 or go to cetweb.edu. The future is in your hands.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's Oso Aza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Oso Aza Mobile Auto and Towing Service. 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
And we are at the half. The Southwest Eagles, the Banning Broncos. The Broncos have run wild over the Eagles, 47-0 at the half. And in a couple of minutes, we'll get underway. John, you said something interesting that you found out about last week's Banning game.
Yes, because it was such a mismatch. We mentioned how Notre Dame has not recovered their student population since the COVID. They actually stopped that game at halftime. Final score was 53-0, but they didn't even have a running clock in the second half. They had no clock. Everybody went home. And some of the Banning officials, coaches were wondering if that was going to be the case there, but Ruben Valenzuela, the AD, assured them that no, the Eagles will show up for the second half, and they're getting ready to kick off right now.
We will be bringing you the action, the Eagles and the Broncos, not Philadelphia and Denver, Banning and Southwest. The Broncos will receive, that's almost insult on top of the injury, but the Broncos will receive the kickoff for the second half. It'll be their first kickoff reception. Let's see if they can get it right.
They do have some burners. They have 2 up back to the 25 and 2 on the 10. And all 4 of them can take it to the house. They are very fast, elusive runners.
The officials say they're about ready. And the clock is ready.
Just need one more player to make it 11 for the Eagles as they get that player out.
And we will be underway. Portugal will do the kicking. Nice high kick. It'll be fielded at the 15, out to the 20, to the 25. Hit somebody, finds the seam, breaks it right up the middle, then loses the football, and the Eagles recover. On the return, Jamari Garlington brought it out to the 50-yard line, kind of stumbled, tried to regain his balance, got hit, lost the football, and the Eagles recover.
I believe on the recovery for the Eagles, Carroll, was Jeremy Lima. he was able to pounce on the football and was laying there on the 48-yard line.
So we will have the Eagles with their first possession of the second half, courtesy of the fumble. They'll bring them out, 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line.
Second turnover of the game for the Broncos. They did have an interception in the first half.
Underwood, the setback behind Garcia. Underwood gets the fake, and Garcia will keep it, and he'll get maybe a yard. Young Mr. Garcia, you don't carry the football like a loaf of bread. If you do, you're going to lose it.
That's exactly what happened to Garlington. He was able to break some tackles and put some moves on, but he did such a quick move that the ball just popped right loose. He was holding it in his hand, and that led to the turnover.
We give him a half a yard on that, John, which in your stats is a full yard, right?
Yes, he's out. We'll put the ball on the 49-yard line, just shy of midfield.
2nd and 9. Just underway in the second half. Central and Palm Desert tied at 7 as they begin the third quarter up in the Coachella Valley. Underwood with a handoff. Underwood eludes one tackler, turns it upfield, gets across the 50 to the 48-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. And even though he was pushed out of bounds, the clock will not stop.
Yeah, nice
when does it stop, John?
Touchdown, or if you have a timeout, or if you have an injury.
Okay.
And sometimes, Carroll, sometimes they don't stop it on touchdown. Last week, John Seaman determined that there was no need to stop it even for touchdown.
And it was a wise decision.
Right. It's totally up to the discretion of the head official. Tonight, that would be Nate Beacon.
3rd and about 6. Wide right, wide left, 2 flankers on the right side, the wide side. Garcia dumps it off, and it is almost picked off again, cutting in underneath. Kamari Horseman. Had Horseman picked that, John, I think it would have been a 70-yard pick 6.
That was open, but also, Carroll, meaning the Eagles did not fool the Broncos. There was 3 players back there with the intended receiver. So you would think if you have 3 defensive players there might be somebody uncovered someplace else.
It is 4th and 6. $47-0. Banning leads Southwest. We told you it's 7-7 Central and Palm Desert in the third quarter. As far as the Eagles will go for it, take the handoff to Underwood. It'll be Garcia keeping it. Garcia will get very close to the first down as he dives.
It looks like he may have just crossed the yard to gain. Excellent effort. But now we see the offense coming on the field. Yeah, where they put that down, that's a first down. So the Broncos have to bring their defense back out. It certainly looked like he had crossed the yard to gain, and so now it'll be on the 42-yard line of the visiting Broncos. And the Broncos may need to take a timeout, although the Eagles are being very nice hosts. They're not coming up to the line of scrimmage and snapping the ball, while the Broncos have half their defense out on the field and the other half over in the sideline. So we're going to get a timeout here.
Nathan Dinkins, the white hat, the referee, calls the timeout. 7:28 to play in the third quarter. Banning 47, Southwest nothing.
It's game night, and you know what that means. Time for a winning treat. Everybody's a winner at Imperial Scoop Factory, located in El Centro at the corner of Imperial Avenue and Ocotillo Drive inside the Chevron. The coolest flavors, from cookies and cream, caramel with brownie. There's something for everyone, so after the game, gather the team and head on over to Imperial Scoop Factory. Open late so you can be sure to get your sweet treat. Imperial Scoop Factory, where every scoop is a sweet victory.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 57 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
Call Roto-Rooter, that's the name, and away goes troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter. Roto-Rooter, Roto-Rooter.
And the Eagles say they're ready to play. The Broncos say we're ready. And
clock goes back in motion, although there was a stop for the timeout. Now it starts again.
Handoff is to Underwood, nothing in the middle, cuts it to the left, turns it upfield, and sprints across the 30 to about the 27-yard line. Oleon Underwood.
$16-yard pickup, by far the biggest gain from scrimmage on the night for the Eagles. As the play was to go off the right tackle, he cut it back. There was nobody there, was able to use his speed, pick up a much-needed first down. The Eagles have a nice drive going here to start this third quarter.
Underwood, one of the few seniors, he gets the ball again. And this time he'll be grabbed around the waist and spun down. But he still picks up about 5 yards.
We do see a lot of fresh jerseys on the Banning Bronco defense here starting this third quarter, Carroll. That's always good to see.
You know, having lived up in the Riverside area, Riverside, San Bernardino, you can hardly ever say Banning without saying Banning Beaumont.
Right, you have to.
I mean, it just rolls Banning Beaumont.
And that's because there is a very illustrious Banning High School that's right in Carson, California, the center of downtown L.A.
It is Underwood with the handoff. Underwood tries to get away from two Broncos and can't do it. He is spun down. He'll lose a couple of yards, lose 4 yards, bring up 3rd and 11.
At that time, it was the old Statue of Liberty where the quarterback looked like he was going to throw, and then he put the ball in his off left hand and put it right in the belly of Underwood, but it did not fool the oncoming Broncos. They are playing 4 down linemen now, but not the starters.
Eagles break the huddle. Double wide right, double wide left. Garcia back to pass, dumps it off and overthrows the intended receiver, Israel Vallejo. Vallejo just not tall enough to get up and get that one, but Garcia under intense pressure again.
We certainly would expect the Eagles to go for this. The clock's running, ticking away here in the third quarter. 4th down, got about 10 yards to go, and they're going to go for it.
Well, let's try Portugal's foot. See if we can go for a field goal. It'd only be a 45-yard plus field goal, John.
Yeah. So now the play has been signaled in from the sideline. Triple wide out to the right, 1 wide out to the left.
Trips on the right side, the wide side. Here come the Broncos. Garcia fires downfield, and it is incomplete. So the Broncos will take over on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line. We'll be back right after this. 3:40 to play in the third quarter. Banning 47, Southwest nothing.
Hi, I'm Dr. David Farkas, Superintendent of Central Union High School District. Academic success starts with being present. Every day counts when it comes to a student's education. Don't let absences hold them back. Let's strive for success. Be present, be punctual, and be prepared for a bright future. Every day at school is a step closer to your child achieving their dreams. Attendance matters. Let's make every day count.
Winding up, firing downfield, complete at the 45, moves and breaks away. It's a sprint to the end zone. It'll be a score. Jadani Nichols, the pass from, I believe, it was Marquise Stewart Vaughn at quarterback.
That was the longest play of the evening, as that play went 73 yards.
Bang!
When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family, they've been doing it right for many years. You're never disappointed on the service that you get, and the smiling faces who serve you and food that's delivered to your table, they'll make you feel right at home. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, they do it right. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by at La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro, open Wednesday through Monday.
InnerCare is your one-stop shop for your family's healthcare needs. From primary care to pediatrics, dental, optometry, radiology, pharmaceutical, and laboratory services. Open on weekends and welcoming walk-ins. InnerCare is here to provide you the excellent care you deserve. To find an InnerCare health center near you, visit innercare.org. InnerCare, making life healthy from the inside out.
High school football on AM 1230 KXO. The 73-yard strike for a touchdown. The point after attempt is good. That makes it 54-0. Banning leads. The third quarter just about ready to end. High, booming kick, nice kick. All the way back at the 1-yard line, looking for some running room, breaking it away, cutting down the far sideline across the 30, the 40, the 50, down into the 44-yard line in Bronco territory. Great return. Basically, outkicked the coverage on the kickoff, John.
And that was returned by a player that Leonardo Valenzuela. He returned it all the way across midfield
to the 45-yard line. It would be a 54-yard.
And they're going to add 15 more yards to that for a personal foul after he was tackled out of bounds.
So a 54-yard kickoff return, then add 15 for a personal foul.
Diego Samalos is the kicker, and he just stood at midfield for the longest time. And then when the returner broke free, you could see that he ran across and tackled him out of bounds, and that does end the third quarter.
And we'll flip sides at the end of 3 quarters of play. The score, it's Banning 54, Southwest nothing.
Build your future at CET, the Center for Employment Training. CET has been serving farm workers since 1967. Grants are available so that farm workers and their children can attend at no cost. See if you qualify at cetweb.edu. Farm worker admissions. Enroll at any time. All programs can be completed in under a year. And job placement assistance and financial aid are available to those who qualify. Call 800-533-2519 or go to cetweb.edu. The future is in your hands.
McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell. Then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza. Or feed the office for your next party with party platters. Choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platter. Yes, McNeese Mart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street, El Centro.
We are ready to start the fourth quarter of play here at Southwest High School. The Eagles with the football after a 54-yard kickoff return and then a 15-yard penalty after that. Handoff is to Underwood. Underwood dips it to the inside, takes it to the outside, and then is dropped. A nice open field tackle by Tyler Pullen, a junior, dropped Underwood for no gain.
That play developed, Carroll. Both you and I were thinking that might be Southwest's first score of the season, as it looked like he was going to be able to turn the corner with nobody out there, but that was an excellent tackle by the cornerback who came up and just took his ankles right out from underneath him.
As I said, a good tackle by Tyler Pullen. It'll be 2nd and 10. Eagles still show spread. Underwood lined up right next to Garcia in the backfield. Garcia back to pass, looking, chased out of the pocket, goes right up the middle, cuts to his right, looks for some running room, finds it down the far sideline, and is pushed out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. Alex Garcia with a nice run. I won't say it was a quarterback draw, John, but it was a quarterback draw because there were no receivers open.
Yes, he looked and then took off running. And it's good to see that the Broncos are letting some of their younger players, they've got a lot of freshmen and sophomores on the squad, letting them get some varsity playing time.
1st and 10 from the 12-yard line.
Southwest needs a singles timeout, but now I think they've waved that off.
Garcia dumps it off. It is complete in the flat. Leonardo Valenzuela with a catch. He gets taken down at the knees and is getting up slowly. He picked up about 2 yards. Valenzuela down on the field. We'll take a quick timeout. 9:40 to play in the football game. It is Banning 54, Southwest still nothing.
You've been waiting, and the wait is finally over.
Jersey Mike's Subs is now open at 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. You heard that right. The long-awaited opening of Jersey Mike's in El Centro is finally here. Delicious, top-quality hot and cold subs. That's Jersey Mike's Subs at 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
Hi, I'm Dr. David Farkas, Superintendent of Central Union High School District. Academic success starts with being present. Every day counts when it comes to a student's education. Don't let absences hold them back. Let's strive for success. Be present, be punctual, and be prepared for a bright future. Every day at school is a step closer to your child achieving their dreams. Attendance matters. Let's make every day count.
Valenzuela is helped off the field. I don't think it is anything too serious. Garcia in the shotgun. Right next to him is Underwood, Oleon Underwood. Snap back. Garcia looks, pumps, fires, and it is picked off, but he was out of bounds when he picked it off. So it'll go as an incomplete pass. Couple of things, John, coming up this week. Girls flag football, Southwest at Imperial on Tuesday. Next Friday, Mountain Empire at Hopeville, Calapat at O'Farrell Charter, Vincent at El Cajon Valley, Setis at Calexico, Gila Ridge at Palo Verde, Brawley at Canyon Hills, Imperial at Cibola, and Ramona at Central, and that's where we'll be. Handoff is fake to Underwood. It is kept by Garcia. He is caught and spun down for a loss. Abraham Chavez came in and grabbed Garcia and dropped him for the big loss. It'll bring up a 4th down and 16. Fourth and 16 for the Eagles.
And yes, the Eagles are going to go for it, trying to get their first score of the season here right now.
Again, that spread formation, balanced. Looking, pumps, fires, and it is out of bounds. Caught, but out of bounds. Good coverage down there by the Broncos. The coverage forced the receiver to move to the outside. That was Joshua Ibarra. He had nowhere else to go.
And that will turn the ball over on downs. I would assume that the Broncos will send out their second unit, which ran last time. They had the one play where the quarterback Marquise Stewart Bond, the senior, threw the 73-yard pass.
73, John.
Yes, 73-yard pass.
Come on, let's not cheat him a yard.
To Jadani Nichols, the sophomore.
The Broncos changing players is, I think some people just aren't sure where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, the starter, Ansel Due, is back out on the field.
Due is back at quarterback. And he hands off. Trying to turn up the field is Nathan Manis, a freshman. Manis is a good-sized kid.
He's getting his first actions of the evening.
Picks up 2, 2nd and 8. Manis stays in the backfield. And it's a little dump-off pass from Kamari Horseman. It is completed
to Manis.
Horseman, the quarterback. Inside of 6 minutes to play. The Broncos, I think, are just going to be happy to a little bit of pitch and putt down the field.
Yeah, but they are right up on the line of scrimmage running this hurry-up offense. They have not huddled once tonight on the offensive side.
Horseman rolling to his left, turns it upfield. Horseman slipped one tackle, picks up a couple of yards. And, of course, as we've said, the clock will only stop for a timeout or a touchdown or an injury.
And Horseman is a freshman, so he's getting viable playing time. I'm sure that Ansel Due, who's a sophomore, doesn't expect anyone to be under center for the next 2 years, but perhaps Horseman can wait.
And the handoff, and finding a seam, turning it upfield at the 40, the 30, the 20, and horse collar down at the 10.
Otis White.
It'll be just inside the 10, and there is a flag there.
Yeah, they had to call
and he
that.
said face mask. I saw the horse collar, but the one hand was on the collar, the other was on the face mask. So that'll move it down to about the 4-yard line. First and goal. Horseman is the quarterback. Sean Von Clendenin with the football, and he gets it down inside the 1. Sean Von McClendon, the junior. Put me in, coach. I'm ready.
He had a big hit right at the goal line and just got stopped short, so that will bring up now 2nd and goal from inside the 1.
McClendon in the backfield. Horseman, the freshman quarterback. Dumps it in a little flanker screen, and it's good for the score. Okay.
Pitch and catch.
Pitch and catch, something you work on. Well, we're better to practice it than in a game here. You're going to get it in. Let's try this play, see how it works. 3 minutes to play in the football game. Calexico leads Castle Park 35-7. That's not leading them. They beat them. Calexico with a win, 35-7. Horseman rolling to his left, looking. Horseman steps into the end zone for a 2-point conversion. That will make it. Banning 62, Southwest nothing. We'll be back right after this.
It's game night, and you know what that means. Time for a winning treat. Everybody's a winner at Imperial Scoop Factory, located in El Centro at the corner of Imperial Avenue and Ocotillo Drive inside the Chevron. The coolest flavors, from cookies and cream, caramel with brownie. There's something for everyone, so after the game, gather the team and head on over to Imperial Scoop Factory. Open late so you can be sure to get your sweet treat. Imperial Scoop Factory, where every scoop is a sweet victory.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 57 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
Call Roto-Rooter, that's the name, and away goes troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter, Roto-Rooter, Roto-Rooter.
We'll catch you up on some scores when this game is over. And this game will be over in about a minute and a half, about 90 seconds. And we'll put this one in the book.
Across the way, Carroll, there's about 50 people that came down from Banning to see this game, and so they're going to have a nice trip back.
Nice, deep driving kick, fielded at the 5. Out across the 15 and dropped over there. And on that return, that was Israel Vallejo.
They're going to spot the ball, it looks like on the 17-yard line. The clock is moving.
And we may get one play. Nobody is in a big hurry.
Right. Both teams are already starting to line up on the 50-yard line, still in their own side of the field. No one's come out onto the actual field yet, but both teams are lining up to shake hands at the 50-yard line.
I think we can call it, John. That's it. There will not be another play. That'll be the final score. It will be the Banning Broncos 62, the Southwest Eagles nothing.
When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family, they've been doing it right for many years. You're never disappointed on the service that you get, and the smiling faces who serve you and food that's delivered to your table, they'll make you feel right at home. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, they do it right. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by at La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro, open Wednesday through Monday.
McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell. Then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza. Or feed the office for your next party with party platters. Choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. Yes, McNeese Mart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street, El Centro.
InnerCare is your one-stop shop for your family's healthcare needs. From primary care to pediatrics, dental, optometry, radiology, pharmaceutical, and laboratory services. open on weekends and welcoming walk-ins. InnerCare is here to provide you the excellent care you deserve. To find an InnerCare health center near you, visit innercare.org. InnerCare, making life healthy from the inside out.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's Osoaza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Osoaza Mobile Auto and Towing Service. 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
And high school football on AM 1230 KXO, El Centro, California. The Southwest Eagles came up short, 62-0, the Banning Broncos. It'll be about a 3-hour trip back to Banning, and it probably will be an enjoyable one. The Broncos moved to 2-0. The Eagles moved to 1-0. Couple of things we need to remind you of. The Calipatria Hornets last night, 65-12, a big win over Desert Mirage. Senior running back Dominic Hawk had 13 carries for 320 yards and 6 touchdowns for Calipat. That should mean something somewhere. John Driffill, what kind of numbers have you got?
Well, we've got the final tallies here with the running clock. We had a short second half, but all in all, still, the Broncos had tremendous stats, as you would expect, scoring 62 points. They ran the ball 8 times from scrimmage tonight, got 128 yards, 73 of those on that 1 yard, on that one touchdown run. 13 for 18 was 3 different quarterbacks for 273 yards, giving Banning 401 total yards, 14 first downs. They did not fumble. They did throw 1 interception, and that was made by the Eagles' Alejandro Serrano. On the other side of the football, Southwest ran the ball 20 times from scrimmage for a positive 41 yards. 5 for 18 was Alex Garcia for 27 yards, giving Southwest 68 total yards. They did have 5 first downs. No fumbles, but they did have 3 interceptions. Individually, Alex Garcia got credited with 2 carries for 20 yards. Abe Moreno had 6 carries for negative 8 yards. Joshua Barr had 2 carries for negative 3. And Olean Underwood had 7 carries for 32 yards. The 5 completions were spread out among 3 different receivers. First, Alejandro Serrano had 1 catch behind the last scrimmage for negative 5 yards. Getting 2 catches for 3 yards was Leonardo Valenzuela. And Joshua Ibarra had 2 catches for 29 yards. So as we can see, the stat favored the Broncos, as you would expect on a score like this. And so far in 2 games on the young season, the Broncos have put up 105 points. Meanwhile, Southwest is still looking for their first score, and they will try to get that next week.
Updating scores for you in just a minute. Let's take this time out. Again, the final score, it was 64-0, Banning beating Southwest.
InnerCare is your one-stop shop for your family's healthcare needs. From primary care to pediatrics, dental, optometry, radiology, pharmaceutical, and laboratory services. Open on weekends and welcoming walk-ins. InnerCare is here to provide you the excellent care you deserve. To find an InnerCare health center near you, visit innercare.org. InnerCare, making life healthy from the inside out.
Build your future at CET, the Center for Employment Training. CET has been serving farm workers since 1967. Grants are available so that farm workers and their children can attend at no cost. See if you qualify at cetweb.edu. Farm worker admissions. Enroll at any time. All programs can be completed in under a year. And job placement assistance and financial aid are available to those who qualify. Call 800-533-2519 or go to cetweb.edu. The future is in your hands.
You've been waiting, and the wait is finally over.
Jersey Mike's Subs is now open at 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. You heard that right. The long-awaited opening of Jersey Mike's in El Centro is finally here. Delicious, top-quality hot and cold subs. That's Jersey Mike's Subs at 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
Hi, I'm Dr. David Farkas, Superintendent of Central Union High School District. Academic success starts with being present. Every day counts when it comes to a student's education. Don't let absences hold them back. Let's strive for success. Be present, be punctual, and be prepared for a bright future. Every day at school is a step closer to your child achieving their dreams. Attendance matters. Let's make every day count.
High school football around the valley tonight. Let's update some scores for you. Holtville leading Mission Bay 24-7, the last update we had. Calexico beat Castle Park 35-7. Imperial, last we had, leading Vincent 26-7. Holtville 24, Mission Bay 7, the last update we had. Centro leading Palm Desert 14-7. Next week, John and I will be at Spartan Field, Cal Jones Field, on the campus of Central Union High School. It will be Ramona visiting Central. Should be a very good game. Ramona always a great team. And Central, well, they've gotten off to a pretty decent start. Tonight, high school football on AM 1230, brought to you by so many great people that make it a point to bring you the action that is so important. I want to thank our technical advisor, Kurt Hoffman. Our producer engineer went above and beyond tonight, Gabe Lemos, John Driffill. I'm Carroll Buckley. Keep it tuned to AM 1230 KXO El Centro.
The best oldies on the radio.
1230